How did the American Civil War shape IHL? Imagine a time when the rules of war were mostly unwritten and often ignored. The American Civil War changed that forever. It was a turning point in how we think about the laws of armed conflict. Back in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Lieber Code, the first modern set of rules for warfare. It was called General Orders No. 100. This code was meant to guide Union soldiers on how to behave during battles. It covered important ideas like military necessity, which means fighting only what is needed, and humanity, which calls for treating everyone with respect. It also made a clear distinction between soldiers and civilians, and explained how prisoners of war should be treated. Before this code, most rules about war were based on customs and traditions between countries. But the American Civil War was an internal conflict, so it raised tricky questions. Were rebels considered soldiers or criminals? Could civilians be harmed? The Lieber Code helped answer these questions by treating captured Confederate soldiers as prisoners of war, not criminals. This was a big step because it extended protections to people involved in civil wars, not just international ones. The code also set the stage for future laws. It influenced the Hague Conventions of the late 1800s and the Geneva Conventions starting in 1864. These agreements aimed to limit violence and protect civilians and wounded soldiers. The International Committee of the Red Cross, founded in 1863, built on the ideas from the Lieber Code to promote humanitarian treatment during war. One of the key principles from the Lieber Code was that even in war, there are limits. Civilians should be protected, and combatants should distinguish themselves from non-combatants. It also introduced the idea that certain methods of warfare, like starvation or torture, are unacceptable. While some parts of the code are outdated today, its overall influence helped shape the laws we have now. In short, the American Civil War pushed the development of international humanitarian law by creating the first formal rules for how wars should be fought. It helped move war laws from simple customs to detailed legal standards focused on protecting people and reducing suffering. This legacy continues to guide how nations conduct warfare today.